Imagine you've just landed your dream job. You nailed the interview, and you now get to start doing the work you've always wanted to do. But there's just one thing. Your boss says to you, "We have no idea when you'll get paid. Could be years, if at all." So would you take the job? It sounds insane, right? But this is what millions of us are doing when we decide to become YouTube creators, me included. And now that I've reached level 1 of this YouTube game, I'd like to share everything I've learned so far with you. Today, we're going to celebrate.
Why?
Because we just got monetized!
Oh my god!
After 2 whole years.
Oh my god!
We're driving to Colombia to go to our favorite sushi restaurant.
Dway, we dream about this sushi restaurant all the time.
Before sushi, we're also going to a national park. January 13th, 2025 is when we hit 1,000 subscribers.
I was at the studio.
Yes, Paul called me.
Heyo! Subscribe!
What?
1,000!
Oh my goodness!
Wase!
Sick!
We're fully cooked!
Oh, and I posted on my Red account, and I got a comment saying, "Oh wow, how did you do it?" I did not know how to answer that question. It made me feel like this person's asking, "What's your secret shortcut? Like, what's that one thing that you did that is the answer to everything?" But there is no such thing. The past 2 years have not been easy, but becoming a YouTuber has been the best decisions I've ever made. It definitely changed my life in many ways. And today we're gonna do a little hike and talk about all of this. I'm gonna share my journey and YouTube.
And me too.
Okay, let's go. I started my YouTube channel in 2023 when I was laid off from my last corporate job. I talked about that part of the journey in another video. Long story short, I decided to not look for another corporate job and give YouTube a try. I just launched my YouTube channel! I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe because you're an adult. You make your own decisions. But go watch the videos! Naturally, I did a lot of research on how long does it take to monetize. And most of them say a year. Some people are really fast, maybe less than 6 months. I was expecting about 9 months. Paul already has a lot of editing skills. I'm learning from him. We edit our videos together, but we're not just starting to learn how to make videos. And when we uploaded our first 4 videos, we were like, oh, this is so much better than so many people's first videos. We're gonna make it in no time. I remember at 1 year mark, I had 160 subscribers. As you can imagine, I was starting to doubt myself. Like, am I ever gonna make it? Because I saw some channels saying that they had 500 subscribers in 3 months, and they were freaking out. They were saying, oh my God, can we ever do this? Was that a right decision? So how does that compare to me? It's just like a slap in the face. But then I think there's one specific moment that I decided I'm not gonna care about that anymore because I am already doing what I wanna do. And I refuse to believe that this will never work out. It just depends on when. I don't care. Compared to my last job, the difference I feel every day is night and day. I genuinely care about what I do. I think about content all the time, and I never had that feeling with my corporate job. I still believed that this is the right thing to do because the goal is not to make a lot of money from doing this. The goal is to do this. Making money aside, starting a YouTube really enriched my life in so many other ways. It opened a lot of doors for me. I got to go to Burning Man for the first time because we are filmmakers. We got invited to some local events and we got to eat shrimp for free. Shrimp is pretty great. Last year when we went to Burning Man, we made 2 videos, and those are the 2 videos that got us over 1,000 subscribers. And because of those videos, the Burning Man media team wanted to work with us. And this year, we got invited to Burning Man again, and I'm really excited about that. Other than opportunities, having a YouTube channel also brought me a lot of genuine interactions and connections with people. That's literally the best, coolest feature of internet, in my opinion. It has that kind of power. Eventually, I get to build a community. I get to find all the people that have similar minds and values to actually be together. That's amazing. Having this channel also encourages me to have more adventures. I know I don't need a reason to go on an adventure, but just having a channel that's documenting my adventure and my sparkles is kind of holding me accountable to keep exploring. I remember when I used to have a job, doing adventure feels like a waste of time. It always brings a sense of guilt. It's like I'm not doing what's needle moving. But now, the needle moving thing for me is to go on adventures. And when we go on adventures, we are actually working. That's my ultimate dream job. I want to travel the world, go on adventures, getting to know things, find out answers, and getting paid while doing it. Another cool thing is I got to document my life. One friend that I used to have when I was in college, we haven't talked in 8 years. But she found my YouTube channel and she watched it and she wrote me an email and said, "You grew a lot." And that's really sweet to hear. Documenting your life can serve that purpose of one day you look back and you can really see how yourself grow. I think one day I will probably have a kid, and when I die, they can go watch these videos and really get to know me, to understand who I am as a person. I wish I had that chance with my parents, but I never did. I don't know how they are as individuals, how they grow up, their stories. I might feel more connected to them. I can understand them more, and I maybe would have better relationship with them. To answer that question, how did you do it? The short answer is consistent effort. That is the real answer to doing anything hard. But the long answer, I think I need to rephrase the question a little bit. How did you overcome the millions of times of wanting to quit before monetize? And that, I do have some tips that I can offer. It's all about mindset. It's all mind games, but you have to trick yourself. First of all, slow is solid. Because we had a luxurious amount of time to develop our style, to find our rhythm, to find our flow, to really explore how we want to do this. We could just make whatever we want. There's one time we made a video about a little bird. I'm sure that's not searchable at all, and probably very few people would watch that video still now. But it's a very authentic event that happened in my life, and I thought it was meaningful, so I documented it. It's like having enough of financial knowledge before you win the lottery. When we finally break through, we would be professional YouTubers by then, instead of just putting one video out and luckily hit the algorithm and the lottery of traffic falls on us and then we are paralyzed and don't know what to do. We had 2 years to really develop our foundation. All my life, I've been the rabbit. I've always been pretty quick to learn something, and then I quickly lose interest and stop sticking to it. I want to be turtle this time. I want to run really slow because that means sustainable. I can just keep moving, and then as long as I don't give up, as long as I don't stop making videos, I'm all good. And you too. Okay. I used to have expectations on how long I should be monetized. But really, we never met that deadline. I first said 9 months, and then I said a year, and I said a year and a half. It turned out to be 1 year and 10 months, which is not bad, okay? That's something that's out of your control. So just stick to making videos. I remember at 1 year mark, we had 160 subscribers. But how did we stick to it? Because even then, if you imagine 160 people is a lot of people if they really stand in front of you. And there's this many people are willing to hear my story. That is a huge encouragement. Some of them really give me very sweet comments and encouragement. I'm just so grateful for those early subscribers. You really kept me going, so thank you. YouTube is a journey, and this is only the first milestone of our journey. We still have a lot to learn. For example, this is our second take of this video. Message for the fellow YouTubers. Really try to cover all your talking points in one sitting. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like me. We have to drive for an hour just to do the second shoot. We are here. Arthur Schopenhauer said, "Life is a group of desires. If you don't reach them, then you're in pain. But when you reach them, you're bored." So either way, you're suffering. It really doesn't matter which stage you're at. So might as well enjoy the journey.
We did it.
Going forward, one core value of our channel is to stay authentic. That is also one of my core values as a human. So you can expect that, always. I always enjoy reading comments. So if you have any thoughts and suggestions, advice on what you want to see and what you think we can do, don't be afraid to leave a comment and we will listen to you. Thank you for being on this journey with me, and I promise to keep making videos and you will see me for a long time. Okay, I think that's a wrap. Okay, bye.